Consider one of the best mirrorless cameras, whether you're a pro looking for an upgrade or a beginner just getting started. They're generally lighter and more compact than DSLRs, eschewing any mirrors for an electronic sensor to capture images. There are also a lot more options to choose from. And, no matter what budget you're working with, there's something within your price range that will help you catch those fleeting moments just right. Here we have come up with the top 5 best mirrorless cameras in the market. 2 will find them not only informative but also insightful. Let's get started with the video then. And don't forget to check the product link in the description.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
Number 1. Fujifilm XT4. The Fujifilm XT4 is among the best aps-c cameras out there. Unless you're a pro or serious hobbyist, the advantages of using a high-end full-frame camera will be marginal. An aps-c model like the XT4 still offers well-rounded performance, but at a more palatable price and in a more portable package. Its weather-sealed body is relatively compact, with physical exposure dials that give you more hands-on control, and the camera is just a blast to shoot with. Add in an excellent in-body image stabilization feature and a solid autofocus system, plus excellent video specs, including internal 10-bit 4K up to 60 frames per second, and it's a super likable and well-rounded camera that can do just about everything you need. The Fujifilm XT4 is a premium aps-c mirrorless camera. It offers very good image quality, impressive recording quality, and good image and video stabilization performance. Its autofocus performance for both photography and video is amazing, allowing you to clearly capture fast-moving objects and people without too much difficulty, although its photo autofocus can be a bit inconsistent. It's also exceptionally well-built and offers a wide range of photo and video configuration options. Unfortunately, it's quite heavy, making it a little tricky to carry from place to place. The Fujifilm X-T4 is great for studio video. Video quality is excellent, whether you're recording in 4K or FHD. Its continuous autofocus system easily keeps moving faces and objects in focus, although its object tracking can be a bit inconsistent. Unfortunately, it lacks a dedicated headphone jack, necessitating the use of a clunky USB-C adapter. Number 2. Nikon Z62FX. If cameras like the Sony Alpha 7 IV or the Canon EOS R6 are a little out of your price range, the Nikon Z62 comes in at a slightly lower price point and still has a lot to offer. It's right up there in build quality, ergonomics, burst rate, and image quality. And while its autofocusing doesn't quite reach the same heights as the Sony or Canon, it's still highly effective and will serve you well in all but the most extreme shooting situations. The only real downside of the Z62 is its video capabilities, as it's limited to an 8-bit internal recording, while those pricier competitors can record higher quality 10-bit video. Nikon's Z-mount lens options are also more limited and generally more expensive, though the high-end S-line is arguably worth the price tag. If these aren't deal breakers for you, it's an excellent and reliable photography camera that handles remarkably well. The Nikon Z62 succeeds the Nikon Z6 and offers similar performance and features, with a few minor upgrades. It improves upon its predecessor in a few ways, like adding a second memory card slot for SD cards and implementing dual aps-c processors. Otherwise, like its predecessor, it's a versatile full-frame mirrorless camera that delivers excellent image quality, with photos that look sharp and detailed even at higher ISO levels. It also has a good autofocus system for both photo and video and an excellent shooting speed, so you can easily capture moving subjects and keep them in focus. Its menu system is intuitive and easy to use, with a guide mode to walk new users through its settings and features. The camera also feels very comfortable to use, but it's heavy, so it isn't the most convenient to take on the go. Its video quality is okay overall, and its in-body video stabilization feature does a good job of smoothing out camera shake. Number 3. Canon EOS RP. Budget is a relative term here, as the Canon EOS RP will still run you a fair amount of pocket change, but as far as full-frame cameras go, there isn't a more affordable option than this. With a decent full-frame sensor packed into a highly portable body, there's a lot to like about the RP. While it's clear Canon skimped on things like build quality and burst rate compared to pricier models, full-frame image quality and lenses have never been more accessible thanks to models like this. As long as your main focus is photography, the RP offers a lot of value, simplicity, and portability, along with a truly great AF system. Overall, it's a solid option for those looking to upgrade from aps-c or jump straight into full-frame photography without breaking the bank. The Canon EOS RP is a full-frame mirrorless camera. It offers excellent image quality as it keeps noise and graininess to a minimum even when shooting in dark environments at high ISO levels. It also has an effective autofocus system for photography and is quite comfortable to use, with an intuitive menu system. Unfortunately, its battery life is quite short, so it's not a great fit for extended shooting sessions. Its maximum shooting speed is also quite slow, it incurs a heavy crop and can't record at high frame rates. The Canon EOS RP is great for landscape photography. Images are sharp and mostly free of graininess, even when you step up its ISO setting to compensate for poor lighting conditions. It also feels quite sturdy and is comfortable to use, though it isn't as easy to carry around on a hike compared to a phone camera or a point-and shoot. It has a sharp touchscreen that's bright enough to be seen even under direct sunlight. Unfortunately, its kit lens exhibits noticeable light falloff, so the corners of your image may be noticeably darker than the middle. Number 4. Z50dx. If you don't need built-in sensor stabilization, you can save a bit of money with a true mid-range option like the Nikon Z50. With a kit lens included at a relatively affordable price, this model has a lot to offer for both new users and more advanced users looking for an affordable all-rounder with an aps-c sensor. It has a lower resolution sensor than the Fujifilm X-S10, so you'll have a bit less leeway for cropping photos, but at 20MP, you'll still see amazing results, and it's well suited to low-light shooting. What will really make you fall in love with this camera is its handling. It's not the most compact option for more portability. You might want to look at the similarly priced Sony Alpha 6400, but it feels super comfortable in the hand, and Nikon's intuitive user interface and ergonomics are known to be among the best. The Nikon Z50 is a mid-range mirrorless camera. It delivers impressive image quality, a decently reliable autofocus system, and great image and video stabilization performance. It's also well built, amazingly comfortable to use, and has an outstandingly easy-to-use menu system. That said, it's bulkier than other mirrorless cameras, and its recording quality in poorly lit environments isn't particularly impressive. The Nikon Z50 is good for landscape photography. Image quality is impressive, and its kit lens lets in quite a bit of light, giving you a bit of added flexibility in darker environments. It's comfortable to use and feels sturdy, too. Unfortunately, it might feel a little heavy during longer hikes. Number 5. Sony Alpha 7 IV. Looking for an all-rounder just short of pro level that can handle all kinds of photo and video work? The Sony Alpha 7 IV is the best full-frame mirrorless camera we've tested, barely unseating our previous favorite, the Canon EOS R6. What brings the Sony over the edge is its super-capable 33MP sensor and a few advantages for video work, including unlimited recording times and better heat management, that make it just slightly more well-rounded than the R6. You also get Sony's reliably accurate AF system and a revamped menu with touch navigation that makes it just that much more usable than previous iterations. While the clinical, boxy design doesn't feel as good in the hand compared to the Canon, it's sturdy and weather-sealed, and the high-res viewfinder is great. It does have a slower max burst rate than the Canon, especially for a camera of its caliber, but otherwise, its flaws are few and far between. The Sony Alpha 7 IV is the fourth iteration of its popular Alpha 7 mirrorless camera, following 2018 Sony Alpha 7 III. It offers some nice quality of life upgrades, including a revamped menu system with touch navigation, more dials and customization options, and sturdier build quality, albeit at the expense of a slightly larger body. Sony also stepped up the camera's video features, with advanced internal recording specs that make the latest Alpha 7 a true hybrid camera. That, along with its top-of-the-class autofocus system and a new 33-megapixel sensor, make this a worthy successor to one of Sony's most popular cameras, particularly for those interested in video as well as photography. The Sony Alpha 7 IV is a fantastic option for studio video. Unlike its predecessor, it can record 10-bit 4:2:2 video internally to capture more color information and give you more to work with in post. It also supports a wide range of log profiles, meaning you can take advantage of the sensor's full dynamic range.